of this Hall of Fame induction. I'd also like to congratulate Harold Frost for his induction. Tell Harold earlier we've got the old and the new, so he'll stay off the cans if he would. I would like to express my gratitude to the board and the search committee, and Dr. Tom Smith in particular, for this designation. I must thank my wife Marcia of 35 years for her encouragement when I went away to school, knowing that I was searching to better myself. I need to make comment on the feeling that Dr. Tom Smith gave me a few short weeks ago when I visited him on campus. I've met several dynamic individuals in my career that have left a lasting impression with me. But few exceed the excitement and the confidence he has about what he does, what he perceives for this university. His dedication to the program simply oozes from him. If every instructor, coach, administrator, and student could share and apply his enthusiasm, this university will continue to be headed in a positive direction. Thank you, Dr. Smith. Now, my basketball journey, it seemed to have always been one of doubt and struggle, mainly because of my size limitations. I graduated high school at 145. I graduated Missouri Baptist at 165. I keep it light. In high school at 145, I played center, and in Missouri Baptist, I was a power forward. So for all you undersized kids out there, physical traits do not doom your playing abilities. After attaining my associate's degree from Johnny Logan College in Carterville, Illinois, I was invited by Coach Art Stevens for a one-day tryout for the Spartans. My buddy drove me 3 hours, one summer day, for an afternoon practice with some of the current players. I knew not one single person in that gymnasium. The team scrimmaged for about 2.5 hours, and I had one of those days where I could do no wrong. Seemed like every pass was on, every shot went in, every rebound came my way. Coach signed me to a scholarship that day. Now, all the returning players for the rest of the summer, all they heard during practice was there's this snot-nosed kid coming out of Southern Illinois that's going to take their place if they didn't work hard. I finally showed up here for regular practice, and I was not the most popular kid on the block. I was saying to myself, what in the world have I got myself into? Okay. Some teammates' eyes were opened about a week and a half into practice. After about 10 minutes of drills, Coach Siegel made a deal with us. If 7 guys dunked cleanly, practice was over. If anything less than 7, everyone had to run wind sprints. He miscounted. The six dunks that he knew was going to happen happened. 2 or 3 others tried, but not very good luck. So I'm the last one in line. I go up and dunk it with both hands. And then suddenly the teammates started thinking, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy after all. Finally, they realized, I think, after a few more weeks of practice, that I wasn't the coach's, quote, chosen one. I was just a kid that played hard and wanted to play with them for the rest of the year. I arrived here a very undisciplined young man. Coach Sievers and I always argued or discussed how long hair did or did not inhibit adversity our playing time, how we played on the floor. I lost the argument. I had a tendency to be mouthy and volatile. The concept that it was bad to get technical fouls for acting up on the floor just never did register with me. Until our first home game arrived, My friends and family sat behind our bench. I received a technical within 1 minute of setting foot on the floor. I had said some very unreserved ethics-like things to the referee and the entire crowd. Now you have to understand, Coach Stevens was about 6'6", weighed about 265. He was a big dude. He takes me out of the game, grabs me by my shirt, immediately plants me on the bench. Now this in itself frightened the disrespect right out of me. That was the last technical foul I ever received here. And I think my entire outward demeanor started changing to a much more disciplined person in general. I thank Coach Stevens and Coach Brown both for this many times. I was not a good student when I arrived at Missouri Baptist. However, through the reality of my attitude change and the school's overall influence, that all changed. Dr. Muncy actually had a few talks with me about the overall scheme of things. And people that ever went to the games would never forget Dr. Muncy and his cowbell. He'd come to games with a cowbell about this big. Every time the Spartans did good, he'd ring that cowbell. Yet he never did. He always gave you the time of day if you needed to talk to him about this. Another thing about Dr. Muncy, I think it's apropos that this gymnasium is named for him. He was a sports nut, so to speak. I'm rather certain that he and Dr. Sutherland, I think our president at the time, spearheaded an unpopular movement to continue the sports program after my junior year. The college was having financial difficulties, so it was announced that the sports programs would be cut in funding 1974-1975. Through the efforts and many meetings by groups I think headed by those two individuals, they kept the program active. As players who were looking for other places to play, they were still making sure that we were going to have a program. Myself and a couple of others turned down offers from other universities to come back, keep the program, help keep the program going. I felt I owed them for their efforts and for the opportunity I was first afforded at the beginning. That junior year or senior year, Chuck Brown was our coach then, and I think that we won more. Our one-loss record was better than it was when we were juniors. In that light, when I arrived here, we had a student population, I think, of about 500, and now it is, what, over 5,000 now? I ended up my senior year graduating with a very surprisingly good GPA, and one that I'm still proud of. It all went back to a change in discipline and attitude. The entire NBU school surroundings are conducive to not only being a good athlete, but developing positively as an individual. I encourage all of you, players, to play hard and live the principles and lifestyles that are constantly taught here. These traits will be invaluable to you, your future accomplishments, whatever this may be. I'll leave you with this quote that I like very much, and I think it's appropriate for this event. It is not how much you do, but how much love you put into doing. Thank you.